5 bullets in there. That's nice. Let's see if that'll do it out there further. Well, good morning. My name is Tom. I come to you from the great state of Maine. You know, get your routine going here, get a coffee. You caught me hanging out in the reloading room. But it's mud season. We don't have any ice that we can ice fish on. We don't have any open water that we can open water fish on. The yard is still too wet and soft to pull the boat out, so there's not a lot going on outside. So it's a good time to come up into the reloading room. I have been going to the shooting range. So far I've taken my third grandson, number 3, to the shooting range. We call him Deadeye now. Boy, oh boy, what a proud pupper I was. I took him to the shooting range by himself with a single shot 22 bolt action. First time he'd ever shot the gun, and he did a really good job. And then 2 days later, I took my great nephew to the shooting range. We spent, the better part of a day there. And then we went out for lunch afterwards, and what a great time that was. So I might not be fishing, might not be hunting, but we are at the shooting range. So this is a good time of year to go to the shooting range. It's cool, it's comfortable. Not a lot of people hanging out there because it's still early, so it's just a great time to go there. And so that's what I've been doing. But what I realized in going is that the last time I went with my daughter, and she shot a pile of 38s. So when I came up into the reloading room to grab a bunch of 38s for my great nephew, we didn't have as many as I thought. So what I've done now, we're setting up now to build 500 rounds for the 38. If you're interested at all in the videos that it's going to be a small series on the 38, because I have several people on the Patreon channel that either are starting their reloading room or they are already started it. I got that, and I've got some new people that are coming in that are just getting started and going down that road of getting their reloading room off the ground. So, and 38s is what he wants to reload right out of the gate, and it just so happens that's what I'm working on this week. So I will build a small series around the 38 from start to finish. The best thing that I want to pass on to him is that absolutely everything for equipment in this reloading room for pistols came off eBay for the pennies on the dollar compared to new. So, and I will, in the series, I'm going to go through this bench piece by piece so that I can show him the different things that I picked up on eBay just for reloading. And when I say pennies on the dollar, I set up, now there's a lot of presses in here, and you don't need that many. I've got presses, I've got the lube resizers. I have 3 of those in here. I have 3 presses in here. I have, you can't see in the video, I have 3 powder measurers in here, the drop type. And for pistols, that is perfect. And that's the kind of stuff I'm going to go over in the video. I can't do that stuff on YouTube too awful much because they slap me around too hard for having reloading videos. So those are over on the Patreon channel. I'll put a link above my head. Go check them out. There's going to be a whole series on the 38s. I just finished a series on the 30-30. If you want to go check that out, the 30-30 rifle, building 30-30 bullets. that I really had a good time with that one. So go check that one out, and then follow along for the 38s. And then in the same time, I'm working on pouring some bullets for the 44 long Colt, and that will also be on there. Recipes for my lead recipes for the 44 long Colt. I mean 45. Sorry. I always do that because I shot my 44 Magnum for the last 40 years. So when I get bouncing back and forth on the 45, I always slip in a 44. So anyways, I'm going to be go over a pouring and also the recipe to end up with the right Burnell hardness for the 45 long Colt, in my estimation. And that's all that I do, is reload to what I think is the best, and also reload for keep it simple, stupid. I heard a great saying the other day at the shooting range: don't over nerd it. There was a guy down there that we got talking to, and he just got into reloading 3 years ago, and he said, I think that I am over nerding it. And boy, I hadn't heard that saying, but I really liked it. So I told the guy, I said, I'm going to steal that saying, because that's exactly right. Don't over nerd this stuff of reloading. Just don't do it. You don't have to. Follow some of my videos, you'll see. And I've been doing it for 45 years. I started out with scratch. I started out with one press. I started out with one rifle, a 30-06. And I've been doing it for 45 years since. If I haven't tested it, it probably doesn't need to be tested. Especially for the homegrown reloader, the homegrown hunter that wants to reload. You can't, don't over nerd it. Keep it simple, stupid. And you will have a lot of fun, and you don't have to spend $1 million to get started in this stuff if you don't over nerd it. And don't listen to the newbies coming up. You know, a lot of these YouTube channels, the newbies coming up, have really over nerded this stuff from the get-go. I think they want a pat on the back. See how smart I am. See how smart I am. I figured this stuff out. It's not that complicated. Trust me, it's not that complicated. Go check out my videos on YouTube that was allowed, and they haven't beat me up too bad on. There's a playlist in there called Reloading / Self-Defense. Check it out. And then the harder stuff that I want to really get into is over on Patreon. That's the actual getting into the nuts and bolts of this stuff. YouTube does not allow that. So anyways, that's it for today. Follow the you know, the link up at the top of the screen there. And I will see you next week.